Hello, and welcome to our tutorials for working with Finesse Gadget Designer. In this tutorial, we'll demonstrate how the CTI vertical bar works. The CTI bar provides the features that one needs to ensure that the incoming calls are managed effectively and efficiently. Before any agent uses the CTI functionality, they need to first log into the CTI in order to handle calls. If we're connected to the server, the button appears green, and the agent can log in. So, press the icon in the left-hand corner, which deploys a pop-up that asks for the username, extension, and password. So, we'll go ahead and enter our username, our extension, and our password, and log in. As we log in, we can see that the agent name and the extension are shown here, and the agent is placed in not ready state. When the agent is in a not ready state, they can't receive a call, but they can make a call from here by dialing the numbers from a keypad and clicking on the dial button. In order to change their state from not ready to ready, they have to click the Not Ready button to toggle to a ready state. Now, the agent is in a state to receive any calls. For our demo, we'll simulate a call for our agent from the dialer by dialing their extension. Now we can see there is an incoming call which the agent can answer by pressing the answer key. Once they click on the answer button, they'll see various other options like the hold button, the consult button, or the simply transfer button. The agent can put the caller on hold by pressing the hold button. The agent can then press unhold to resume the call or drop to end the call. If the agent wants to consult to a third person, they can click the consult icon. A dial pad appears, and the agent can now either dial a phone number or simply dial an extension and click on the dial button. In order to transfer the call to a third person, the agent can click on the Simply Transfer icon and click on the extension to which we want to transfer the call and press dial. When the agent presses dial, the agent is disconnected from the call and it transfers to the extension. When the call is ended, the agent is presented with a wrap-up mode. The agent has to now choose a wrap-up code from the list shown, which is sent from the Finesse server. If the agent selects any wrap-up code but selects cancel, no wrap-up code is submitted along with his call. So, the agent needs to click the submit button. Now we again have the option to go to a not ready or ready state. Now, if the agent wants to change the variables for a caller, they can change it by clicking on the Edit Call Variables icon. A pop-up appears where the agent can make the changes. I'm going to change variable 1 to debit card inquiry and click Save. Now when we look over here, we see that our variable has been changed. If we click on Not Ready, we're given a choice where the agent has to submit the reason and click Submit. Then, our agent can log out by pressing the caret down here and logging out. As you can see, we're showing various text fields over here. In order to fetch the data of the caller, we need to call a service on some CTI events. We'll demonstrate this from our designer section. Here we have already designed a form showing the caller ID, the caller name, state, and the phone number in various text fields, along with the CTI bar. We've already created a service named showCaller, which retrieves the total data of our caller. We'll apply an action for our CTI event. So, select the form, add the action, and from the Interactions tab, we'll select the CTI bar. Once we select the CTI bar, we can see the various events that can be fired by the CTI. So let me select the Call Initiated event. As soon as a call is initiated, I want to request a service. In this case, the service is a DB service, which was called showCaller. But this requires a parameter, so we need to pass the parameter ID. This ID is the identification number of the caller, So instead of event data, we'll select the session object, because when we click the session object, we see a list of variables which are coming in with our call. From this call, we need to select the identification number of our caller, which will be passed as a parameter to our query. Click on Save. Once the service is requested, it returns a result which has to be filled in to the required fields. So in the caller ID, we'll add an action and select the service event. On the Show Caller event, we will fill the data. We'll enter the event data as the caller ID and click Save. Now we'll do the same thing for the caller name field. Add the action, select the service event, and on the Show Caller event, we'll fill data. The event data here is name. Click Save. Similarly, we'll do the same for state. Select the service event, fill data, choose event data with the state in the filter key, and click Save. And then we want to see the phone number, so we'll do the same thing. Select service event, and on Show Caller, we'll fill the data, which for the event data, we'll use the key phone number, and click on Save. Now we also need to add an action on another CTI event. So we'll select the CTI bar, and from the events on the CTI, we'll select that when the call ends, we want to fire an event. The event we want to fire is a manual event, which we've already created, called Clear Agent Fields. Then click Save. Add another action, and as soon as the manual event is fired, we want to clear the data of all the fields. So we'll select Clear Data on all of the fields. We need to set it for each of these fields. Again, select the manual event, Clear Agent Fields, choose the event Clear Data, and click on Save. When we save and publish our project and refresh our output window, we can review our changes. We'll again log in order to see how our CTI events work. Enter the user, the extension, and the password and click Log In, and we'll set ourselves to Ready. If we simulate a call to our agent, we see that the caller details are available in our field. Once we drop the call, enter our wrap-up code, and set ourselves to Ready again, we see all the fields have cleared. The agent can now set themselves to Not Ready and log out from the CTI bar. And that's how we can work with CTI events and listeners in Finesse Gadget Designer. Thank you for watching.